Hi, this is Ben Baxter with Accent Software. Today we're going to go over a demonstration of the analysis that you can do from a production order. In my system I have two released production orders. They are both for the same item, and we're going to jump into one of them. And this item is to make 10 units. And if we come up to the top and we look at statistics, the system will show us 4 columns. The standard cost column, which is calculated at some decided time in the past, where I have looked at the current bill of material and the current routing and calculated what the cost to produce the item based on that information would be. And that is fixed in time until I decide to recalculate the standard cost. Next column is the expected cost. This is the current cost to produce this item based on the current bill of material and current routing. As material costs go up, as your capacity costs, your machine costs, your labor costs go up or down, this expected cost is going to show you your current cost. So I can see right away that my standard cost has fallen quite a bit behind my expected cost or my current cost. And so it might be a good idea to start re-rolling my standard cost, especially for this item, to get it more in line with today's dollars and what it would cost. The next column over is our actual cost. This is based on what has been recorded against the production order. Now, if I'm in a true standard cost environment, I'm probably doing a lot of back flushing of material. Now, I may be also recording capacity cost in a back flushed environment, or not even recording capacity at all. Some people don't even record that time. But if you want to be really accurate, you record it very specifically to what actually happened. Now you'll notice it's all zeros. And I left it like this for a reason, because I wanted you to see the variance column. So this is our fourth column, is the variance. And you'll notice it's negative 795. So it's not comparing the variance to our expected cost, it's comparing it back to our standard cost, because the deviation is really going to be what is the cost between what actually happened and what our standard cost is. When we're in a standard cost environment, we're using the standard cost of the item when we produce the units into our inventory. So in this case, these items are going into inventory at production cost of $1542.75. Even though in reality, it's probably costing us closer to $2,000 or just over $2,000 to produce these items into inventory. So that's a pretty big deviation between my standard cost and what is usually going to happen based on today's dollars. So that's a good indication to recalculate that standard cost, bring the dollars more accurate in terms of what the cost of production actually is. Now we're going to go and record some actual costs here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my production journal, and we're going to record the full 10 units of output, but I'm also going to pull up my capacity time. So we'll do 90 units here, 70 there, 60 here. And this is generally not the the order in which you would enter things, especially if I'm doing them one operation at a time. This is just for demonstration purposes so that you can see what happens when my capacity is over or under what was expected. We'll leave the output. All of my material is backward flushed, so they'll consume automatically based on this output posting. So we'll go ahead and post this and record those actuals against the production order. And then if we go and look at our production order statistics one more time, now you'll see the actual costs have rolled in. And you'll notice that the $864.20, that's changed now. So $795 was my standard, $864.20 was my actual cost of recorded material. So now we're down to a deviation of 9%. Still something to be watching, but we didn't end up at the expected cost. So I may have purchased an item at a greatly inflated price at one point, and it's throwing off my expected cost. Now that I've repurchased the items, that expected cost the next time I create a production order will likely be much lower. Same thing, the capacity cost, you can see it's slightly higher. I inflated some of our runtime numbers, so we're at a deviation of 3%. So these are all pretty tolerable ranges. Our total cost of production, $1633. Our expected $1542. So we do have a slight variance, $90 for the 10 units, so $9 per unit. It's something that will be adjusted as I record those entries into inventory, but it's nothing out of range. That's a look at how you can do some analysis as you go in the production process. As you finish this production order and move it into history, these numbers all stay exactly as they are, so I can always go into them, I can see them, and I can report on them as much as I want. Great way to see the information as you go inside of Business Central, but the data is there for much more detailed, much more trended analysis through tools such as Power BI or just even a basic report. So that data is going to be captured forever. So with that, I hope this production analysis overview helps a little bit. If you have questions on Business Central production capability, manufacturing capabilities within the software, please reach out to us. At Accent Software, we specialize in manufacturing and helping businesses utilize the software the best way possible for their business. I'm going to put up our email, my phone number up on screen so that you can reach out to us and hopefully start a conversation.